All right, today we're going to talk about something super, super important. A lot of y'all have been asking about this. Here's the secret to living well in Mexico. It's really simple. You need to be earning U.S. dollars, not Mexican pesos. You're not going to come and get a job in Mexico. Even if you wanted to, the pay is not going to be enough to allow you to live a comfortable life. The thing that allows you to live a comfortable life is the fact that you're earning U.S. dollars. And likely, Mexico, they're not hiring you. They're not going to give their jobs away to foreigners that are coming here unless you have a very, very specialized skill set that's needed. You ain't getting hired here at all. They're going to give those jobs to locals before they give it to you. They're going to give it to their own. So it's very, very important to make this work. You need to be earning U.S. dollars. And I'm going to give you some good examples. And the thing that started this conversation, someone posted this comment on the channel. Hey, Cortez, I work as a union bricklayer, but they would not pay me good money down there. So how would I survive and take care of my family? Do you have any ideas? I'm almost 50 years old. And like I said, he's right. He wouldn't make good money here. I mean, these guys are here making $100, $125, $150 a week. They're working 40, 50 hours in the sun, in the rain, and in the heat, and they're making $150 a week. And they're living on $150 a week. So you times that by 4, that's $600 a month. They're living on $600 a month. And that's because, one, the economy is different. They're earning in pesos. So if you came down here and got a job and you working in Mexico, you're earning pesos. And like I said, and I'm going to give you some examples, the thing that makes this work is U.S. dollars because your money goes so much further. If you're making $3,000 a month, then you're earning like 60,000 pesos per month. If that's income that you have coming from the States. Somebody here that's working and making $150 a week, they're earning about 3,000 pesos a week. So that's 12,000 pesos a month. So they're living on 12,000 pesos, and so they're spending and budgeting around the 12,000. Your 3,000 U.S. dollars is getting you 60,000 pesos, almost 5 times more than they got. Now, let me give you some examples of what that looks like so you can understand. So, rent in the United States, and this is why earning dollars is so awesome when you live in Mexico. So in the U.S. for rent, let's say you're spending $2,000 a month. Here in Mexico, the same U.S. dollars, instead of having, again, the economy is different. So instead of spending $2,000 a month on a 2-bedroom apartment, probably get a real nice 2-bedroom apartment here for $500. You can get lower than that, depending if you're not in the more populated areas, the fancy areas, the tourist zones. You can get down to $300 a month. I've seen 2-bedroom apartments for $200 a month. Now, they not the most aesthetic, fancy, prettiest thing in the world, but you can certainly get a 2-bedroom, $500 a month, furnished, internet included, water included, trash services included, furnished, and now you might pay electricity, but for $500 a month, and we're talking fiber optic speed internet, all wrapped in that 500. Water and trash included, and a furnished place in a nice area. A movie ticket in the United States might be $17 for one. A movie ticket here, $3, $4. I remember 3 of us went to the movie theater, watched the brand new release movies. The movies play in English, come out the same day they come out in the States. And we paid $6.96 for all 3 tickets. $6.96. See what I mean when I say your money can go further? Now, if you're earning 3,000 pesos a week, which is $150 roundabout, $150 a week, and you have to spend $7 to go to the movies for three. That's a lot of money. Going out to dinner in the States for one or two people, I'm talking about a nice restaurant, for one person, high-end, nice restaurant, you might spend $50. There's a Brazilian restaurant in the States, they cost about $35, $40 for lunch, just to go. They got the same Brazilian restaurant here for like $14.95. So, and depending on the time of day, and that's for dinner. Because in the dinner in the States, it might be $55 a person. Same Brazilian experience here, $15. So you can eat well. Now, a local earning $150 a week, that's 10% of his check. He's not likely going out to eat on that, spend $15 on a meal for himself. This is why you can't come here and earn pesos, because that's what you're going to be earning. And they working 50 hours. You need US dollars, which is why if you find a remote job that's paying you $15 an hour, and at 40 hours you're earning 600 US dollars, which is about 30,000 pesos. Is that right? $600 is 12,000 pesos. You're earning 12,000 pesos in a week compared to their 1,500. You're earning 12,000 pesos a week in comparison to their 3,000 pesos a week. You're earning 4 times more. You can afford to go spend $15 on a dinner because you're making $600 a week. They're making $15. That's why it's important that you earn US dollars. Internet in the States, easily. Wi-Fi, high-speed internet. You almost paying, I remember we were paying like $90 a month for high-speed internet. It was ridiculous. Here you can get high-speed internet, fiber optic, like $25. And you can get lower plans that's still high-speed for $15. That's the base, $15. High speed. So you got to be earning them US dollars. Like I say, you're not getting a job here. They're not giving jobs, so they're not going to allow you to take jobs from the local folks here that really need the job. So, in a sense, what can you do if you have the skill sets that doesn't necessarily translate here? We're going to talk about that for just a moment. Give me a moment. I'm trying to pull my notes up. Okay, so I get the opportunity to meet a lot of people that are doing all sorts of things. They're working remotely. They have their own businesses. Many travel back and forth. They work 3 months and then they come back and live the rest of the year. Because again, that US dollar goes so much further down here. So there's a variety of options, and I'm in a unique position to see some of what other people do. So I ask all the time, what are you doing to support yourself? How did you find these jobs, et cetera, et cetera? So let's start with the easiest way. Is it possible to keep your current U.S. job while doing it from Mexico? And due to the pandemic, as a result of the pandemic, a lot of companies have started to allow their employees to work remotely. Many of those companies, customer service companies, so if you have a customer service job, perhaps you work in insurance, perhaps you deal with software, perhaps you dealing with money, financial, banking, and perhaps you do a little bit of traveling. A lot of these folks, and again, this is from people that are everyday people. I say, how were you able to make that work here? And they say, I just asked my boss. So start there. You know what I mean? Now, being a bricklayer, Now, that might not be, and we're going to talk about some other options, how you can make that work. But start by asking your boss. Just literally go in the office and tell them or ask them, say, hey, man, I'm moving. I'm going to be moving abroad. And I always give up because of this. This is why because seems psychologically, what's the word I'm looking for? Influence experts say when you add the word because, it makes it easier for people to be more empathetic. And, say, just ask, can I start working remotely? And that's it. And just wait and see. Hey, boss, I got good internet. Looking at moving to this country. I've been working for y'all for all these years. This job I can do it from home. Can I take on the job and can I work it remotely? And many of these folks who got these jobs, they are like, boss said, yeah. Don't go out there spending weeks and months looking for remote jobs online if you hadn't yet asked your boss. Makes sense? Now, the other option, a lot of these folks that pass through, they have their own business. So here's the deal. The landscape, particularly in the United States, has changed drastically. A lot of these businesses, largely in part due to the pandemic, many of these businesses have made the transition online. They want exposure. They want more clients. They want more customers. And this is a skill set that you can learn. I recently did an interview with a gentleman by the name of Caleb, who offers search engine optimization, marketing, Google search engine marketing services. And he learned on his own, took online courses. There's certifications that you can get online. You can learn Facebook marketing. You can learn data analytics. You can learn Facebook ads. You can learn YouTube ads. And businesses will pay you to do this for them. You just have to put in the work and learn the skill set. I know this firsthand because, and I'm just pulling up some stuff on my computer, y'all bear with me. I know this firsthand because I used to run a digital marketing agency myself. And I took online courses, I went to online workshops, and I learned how to run ads. I learned how to drive traffic to people's websites. I learned how to build websites. I learned how to create websites that convert. I learned how to teach and sell online. These are all skill sets that I learned and ended up starting my own business. You can do this. What do you have an interest in? Are you interested in managing, let's say, Facebook ads or Instagram ads or creating TikTok videos for local businesses or for brands? People will pay you to do that. I made a ton of money doing that. And it's hard to imagine that this is the time to reinvent yourself. This is the time to find something that you enjoy. And you don't have to quit and go cold turkey. Many of you are 1 year, 3 years, 5 years out from retirement or 3 years away from even moving abroad. During that transition time, those 3 years, this is the time to start something new on the side and build on it and grow it. Find that passion. A photographer, what is it that you truly want to do? There is a course out there. And when I tell you, I learned how to build websites because my mom, this is in 20, 1999, 2001. I got out the Air Force, and I went to the Air Force in 92, got out in 96. So about 1999, this is before 2000. 1999, my mom was like, 1999, 2000, she was like, let's start selling Christian t-shirts on the internet. And so we was like, okay, let's look and find somebody to build us a website. And they wanted $25,000. And of course, we didn't have $25,000 to build a website. So I started buying books on web design. And I taught myself web design. Now you got to understand, back in 1999, 2000, 2001, there was no such thing as YouTube. There was no such thing as online courses. There was no such thing as video on the web to teach you this stuff. I had to literally learn from a book. I would go to the bookstore, buy these books, and there were DVDs in the back of the book, or these CD-ROMs that you put into your computer, and then the video played on your computer. That's how I learned web design. And then I just kept getting, ended up building that website. It was crap, but it worked. One of the reasons it worked was because there weren't many other people online with websites. And mind you, this was during a time where e-commerce was brand new. Just the idea of getting someone to give you their credit card number on the internet was a foreign concept. They weren't doing it. Calling them on the phone, trying to convince them to give you their credit card number with a phone wasn't happening. It took an act of God to get the credit card number. Everybody associated online stuff with scams. So we were going through it. And so most people would send checks through the mail. They would go to the store, get a money order, and put the order form in the mail and mail it to us, and we get the check or the money order, and then we mail the T-shirts. And then as time went on, it started to become more common to purchase online with credit card payments. But it took years. We were in the trenches. But I taught myself that skill set. And as time went on, 2005, 2010, and so on, then you had search engine marketing started coming up, and eventually YouTube came along. There was Google search engine. They had a company called Go.com, I believe. I think they were like the first pay-per-click company. So, I mean, I bought books. Some of these folks were holding workshops in person. I would go to these workshops and I would learn. So you got to get out the comfort zone and look at what you really want to do. Because this was stuff I was passionate about. I learned the skill set that allowed me to deploy websites at will for myself. This is like a multi-million-dollar education. All the websites I built for myself to earn money, I was able to do that myself and not have to go out and pay somebody else $25,000 that I didn't have. And I had to learn how to market. That's a whole nother world. And because of those skill sets I acquired, I was able to do the same work for other people. These business owners out here that have all this money, they don't want to do the stuff. They don't want to market. They don't want to build websites. They don't want to manage the digital marketing. They don't want to post stuff on Facebook. They don't want to post stuff on Instagram. They don't want to post stuff on YouTube. They're so busy in their business doing the thing they love. They don't love creating content. They'd rather pay you. So figure out where you fit in this ecosystem, because the people are looking for you. And the reason why courses work so well is because whatever you learn from the course, you know 1,000 times more than what that business owner knows. That business owner don't know nothing about Facebook ads. He don't know anything about creating a website that actually converts. The vast majority of websites on the internet, I can't remember what the statistics are, it's in the 90 percentile. 90% plus of these websites online don't make $1. So they're desperate. They want you to help them. And before I continue on, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, SEO Rank Media. Many of the people who watch our videos are business owners and entrepreneurs. And one of the biggest areas that business owners struggle in is marketing. If your marketing is not good, then the people who would have been your best customers will never know who you are. SEO Rank Media specializes in driving targeted traffic directly to your website from Google, and they actually guarantee results. They offer flexible month-to-month services with no long-term contracts required, because they're confident that you'll see the results and you'll want to stick around. So click on the link. There's a link in the description box to get a free audit of your business website so that you can be clear on where your website currently stands and how to improve it. It's completely free with no strings attached, no credit card information required or anything like that. So click on the link that's in the description. And this, again, this is for those of you all that are business owners. Remember, I'm just talking about this. Business owners are looking for people who can do this, and this is a skill set that you can do. If you didn't see the interview that I did with the owner of this company, I'm going to put a link to the video. Go watch it. This guy built a company. He did not have this skill set. He learned that he started, I think he said back in 2019 or 2014 to 2019. He took this skill set seriously, decided to learn how to do it. His friend started teaching him some of the ropes. He started the company and ended up selling it, made a bunch of money, and now he's back with a new company doing similar services. But this was a skill set that he taught himself. And he's a sponsor of ours. And he knows that some of the people that are watching our channel, they're entrepreneurs, they're business owners, and these business owners want more exposure. So I plead with you, get out here and figure out what it is you want to do. It doesn't have to be digital marketing or internet related. It could be, maybe you like to make candles. My wife was into making candles a long time ago. We started a company a long time. I think it was called Candle Perfect, if I recall. Again, this was early internet. I'm talking over 18, 20 years ago. And we started selling candles online, made a lot of money. That was, at that time, she was passionate about these candles. There were these little cupcake candles, these sweet potato pie looking candles. It had these amazing scents. And during the holidays, we'd sell out a bunch of them. But you gotta pick that thing. Make sense? So some of y'all are writers, you love to write. You figure out how to make it work. Freelance work, again, this is like being your own boss, but you're working for U.S. companies when you want to. There are a bunch of freelance jobs that pay in dollars. Again, writing blog posts, helping with customer service emails, making travel arrangements, bookkeeping, et cetera, et cetera. So how can you find remote jobs? How can you get started? Let's talk briefly about that. There are a bunch of job sites online. There is flexjobs.com, there's indeed.com, and many of these job boards, they have search function where you can, or filters where you can choose specifically remote jobs that you want to work for. Start there. Now, the secret to that is making sure you make submissions to these boards on a regular basis. Again, this is what people who got jobs have said. Consistently posting jobs, 10 to 15 applications every day, and they might do it for 6 weeks. And then they'll get a few calls. That's what they said they did. They said it wasn't easy. It didn't come easy for them because you got everybody all over the world competing for the same jobs. Also, many of these folks have looked in other countries that were hiring for remote jobs because many other countries, they're looking for native English speakers, and they're paying very good salaries, and they offer remote jobs. So don't limit yourself just to the United States. Look in foreign parts of the world for remote jobs as well. Don't limit yourself here. Remember, this is a worldwide economy. We're connected via internet, and you can work from anywhere in the world. There's a lady that I know personally. She gets these jobs on demand and does well. There's a lady that I personally know here. She's been working some remote jobs, and they only pay like $9 an hour. I'm just gonna round that number up to 10. And she worked 40 hours a week. Sometimes she worked overtime to get the extra money. 40 hours, I mean, that's $400, which goes a long way here. Living in an apartment, only paying like $395, I think, $350, $395. So that's less than 25% of her check. So according to the math and financial experts, your rent or mortgage shouldn't be no more than 25% of your income. She's able to do that here. And like I said earlier, ask your current boss about working remotely. I mentioned this already as well. Start a simple online business. It doesn't have to be complicated, especially if you're 2 to 3 years out from even making the move. Because many of y'all are just in that planning stage and you're 2 to 3 years away. This is the time to start doing something that you love. And if you put in the time and the work, 3 years from now, that could be a full-time source of income. I oftentimes say one of the easiest businesses to start is set up a YouTube channel and start talking about the thing that you're passionate about. What is your passion? Me, it was starting this channel. Literally, starting this channel. And let me pull something up here. Starting this channel, talking about my life here in Merida, and walking around with a phone in my hand, showing you all the neighborhoods, the grocery stores, apartments, houses, just showing you what everyday life. I mean, how boring could that possibly be? Just talking about my daily life in Mexico. Now, I'm gonna show you some numbers here. This is, make sure I just want to show you. Make sure my ID number ain't showing up here. This is my YouTube dashboard, and I'm holding the camera down, but you can see the name, my channel, and this is saying the last 28 days, and I'm showing my little revenue, estimated revenue, and this is for the last 28 days, $1,957. So next month, about the 21st of December, I should get about $2,000 from making videos. Now, because of the work I've been putting in, my averages are significantly up. And I'm just gonna be completely transparent. I'm gonna click on this revenue link because some months I post a lot of content and other months I don't. So as you can see there, it's the last few months. November is projected to be, I'll get a check this month for $1,528. October I made $1,600. That's what I got from Google. September, they sent me a deposit for $1,000, $1,092. Now, what is this saying? Estimated revenue for the last 28 days is $1,878. So I'm gonna be making a few $100s more. Now, let me turn this off. Now, all I'm doing is running around making content. That's all I'm doing. Posting videos. Let me pull this back up. Pulling videos. Making videos. Me and Robert went to the fair the other day. I made a video of us at the fair. Really? Grown men are doing this in Mexico?
Ain't no way in hell. I've been on this thing before.
We at the doggone fair.
You know that?
Let me jump around. We going up a ride. On a water ride. Like two big kids. I'm just showing y'all this. This is what I call work. Going to the fair is work. That's my job. Let's watch this splash. So, now I had to stop. Now, I had to get up and go to the fair. But while I was at the fair, I made about 25, 30 minutes worth of footage. We were there for several hours. I just got some highlights. That's my job. I'm getting paid this money from YouTube. And I only got like 23,000 subscribers. Imagine once this thing built up to 100,000, then I'll be earning about 5 times more than what I get that you saw on the screen. Imagine when I get to 1 million subscribers. It sounds ridiculous, but I'd be earning over 100,000 a month. I know it don't sound plausible and real, but there are people doing that. I went to conferences and met people who do. And my videos, I started improving my videos, the quality of my videos. That's why you see me with this sound, the microphone, the headset. I bought a better camera. I'm taking classes and reading books on how to make my channel better. Now you're starting to see me create better looking graphics and thumbnails so I can get more attention, more exposure. In other words, I'm going deeper and deeper into my craft. It started out as a hobby, just sharing. And then people started asking questions and started asking, can you take me around town and show me the city? Can you help me find a place? And so that became a business. It's like, start talking about the thing that you're passionate about, and people will start asking you stuff, and then you'll start to say, I can start a business. Yes, I'll take you around town and show you the city. Yes, I'll help you find a place to live. Yes, I'll help you go get all sorts of things. You want me to take you to the market? Yes, I'll take you to the market. I hang out with you for 2 hours. Hey, Cartez, I don't know how to get my cell phone turned on. I've never been out the country. Hey, Cartez, I don't know how to rent a car. Hey, Cartez, I don't know where to go buy groceries at. I don't know where to go. Hey, Cartez, can you help me do? Hey, Cartez, can you help me get my internet on? Hey, Cartez, I don't know Spanish. Can you come pick me up? And so that turns into, let's start a relocation service. Let's help folk find a place and help them handle all of that stuff so they can just show up and help the transition be a little easier. And so now I got a business. None of that would happen. So while the little $1,500, $1,900 YouTube check is nice, that's a small part of the revenue that I earn. The big money comes from the business services that I offer. I was on the phone. Man, I had 3 consultation calls today, 2 yesterday. I got 2 more on Friday. And I charge $150 to talk on the phone for an hour. And my phone stays, my phone consultation stay full. I offer tours around the city. I offer a 2-hour tour. I offer a 4-hour tour. And they're not cheap. It's okay if you want Cortez to take it, this is what it costs. I can get somebody else to take you for half the price or less. But everybody who watched the channel, because they watched the channel, they got to know me. They're like, I want to hang out with Cortez. I want to pay Cortez and have him take me. All of that became a business because people started asking and giving me ideas of, and so that's how the business was born. When I made the first video, I had no idea it would translate into this. Now, we're about to offer some new services. Now, guess what? We're into, some people are starting to say, hey, I'd like to sponsor you. Hey, real estate developers are reaching out. Say, hey, we like for you to help us promote these development. And so most of them I haven't done anything with, turned them down, but I got some ideas coming up in the future. So it all started with video number 1. I need to go back and see what the first video was. So this is the easiest business in the world to start. You just start running your mouth. And you don't have to have a lot of subscribers. In fact, the first year gonna suck, but you could be making money your first year and then continue to build on it, continue to improve, continue to get better. But you just start. This is the time to reinvent yourself. This is it. You don't have to forever be working a job that you don't like or hate. I mean, who would have think that I would just get paid? I'm getting paid to talk about the place I love. And guess what? There's a whole bunch of other folks talking about Merida, and they're getting paid. Everybody has their own story. Everybody has their own perspective. Everybody has their own unique thing to offer. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to be special. You know, I got a face for radio. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing special about me. The only thing that's special are my circumstances. What was my story? I done a poor job planning for retirement. I had to move here. The cost of living was better. It allowed me to lower my expenses, allowed me to save money, allowed me to play catch up. Got here, realized quality of life was even better than I thought. And now I'm sharing this with y'all. That was my story. And then while we were here, life started happening. I got sick, needed emergency surgery. So my perspective through the healthcare system was different from others who didn't have to go through the journey. Then my daughter got diagnosed with schizophrenia, so mental health services and issues that we had to deal with and navigate the healthcare system. And so guess what? Because of that story, a lot of families who deal with mental health issues have started reaching out. Hey, I saw what was going on. It sounded like it was okay there. You don't have to worried about the police shooting your kid or shooting your adult child, or you know, if something happens in the States, somebody have a psychosis breakdown, they trying to shoot jokers. You know, so folks started reaching out. Had no idea just sharing that story, sharing our journey would lead to all of this. Hey, Cortez, I'm like you. I didn't make I didn't save a lot of money. I didn't invest. I didn't save. I've been listening to your videos. I've been watching, and I'm seeing how far that dollar can go. I think I need to move down there. Man, you wouldn't believe how many folks and families have packed up their stuff and left the United States. They left Canada, left Germany, left Australia, and moved to Mexico because of the content that we share. You couldn't have convinced me that we would have such an impact just from sharing life from day to day. Sometimes my wife get mad because she say I share too much. I'm like, no, man, I want people to know they got options. They got choices. We've been lied to and told that Mexico is a bad place and this is that and you can't do that, and like any other part of the world, I mean, bad spots that you don't want to be in. Like there's bad spots in the United States you don't want to be in. Every place got some bad spots you don't want to be in. And the beauty is you get to pick where you want to live. United States, you might not earn enough money to pick where you want to live, and some of us just have to live and hope that we can make it and get by. But you can take that dollar and come here and pick where you want to live, and you can pick at the safest parts of Mexico. So, hey, if you like more information on that YouTube stuff, email me, cartes@cartesross.com, or go to my site, cartes@cartesross.com. So I'm going to stop talking about that. So, like I say, there's an abundance of people that are looking for whatever your services are, whatever you're passionate about that you start to talk about. There are people that share similar interests, and they're looking for a tribe to join, a tribe to follow, and that could be you. So, one of the things, particularly when you're working remotely or working from abroad or working online, you definitely going to need a good computer. You're going to need good internet. You may need some, if you're working for an employer, because a lot of folks, they didn't tell their boss. They were already working remotely, and they just left. They didn't tell their boss because they knew their boss would say no. So they just left anyway. And they needed to be able to conceal where they were working from, and they needed secure servers to access the internet. And oftentimes you need to get a specialized VPN service that will allow the networks or the computers from back in the States to recognize that you're still in the States. Because if you're here in Mexico and you're trying to connect to your remote job or to the servers, they'll know that you're not from here. In fact, many times these servers will block international access. So these VPNs allow a workaround for you to be able to connect and get the job, get to, connect and work. There's a guy here by the name of Monty, Megxit Plans. He provides a service where people who work remotely, if they need to work remote, and they absolutely need to make sure that their boss don't know they're here, and they need to connect securely, he's your guy to set you up and help you get going. Like I say, his name is Monty. He has a YouTube channel called Megxit Plans, and you can check him out. Ask him about his services to help you get connected. I know a couple of folks that have used his services and are very happy with it. They were able to keep their jobs because of the service that he hooked up for them. So check him out, reach out to him. So if you decide you're going to make this move, think it through, plan it, save some money, ideally, at a minimum. I'd say come out here with 6 months worth of income, expenses saved up, because the cost of living is significantly less. It's not going to be as much as you need, but the more the merrier. Emergencies do happen. I would advise you come check out Mexico first. Don't just up and go. Come check it out for a week or two, because the culture is different. It's not going to be it ain't going to be a smooth transition. I'll tell you that right now. It looks good. It looks fun online watching these folks put their little sound bites and clips on the internet. But for most of y'all, the transition is going to absolutely suck. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. While I'm excited about this place, I want expectations to be set, real expectations set. But it gets better, which is why you need to have a very strong why for coming here. If you don't have a strong why, like many others before you, you're going to turn around and hightail it back the first sign of trouble that come your way. And trouble going to come. Had a family here, they ain't been here a week and got in the car accident. Somebody hit him. He was scared and nervous, thought he was going to jail, but he paid for the good auto insurance, and he talked about how happy, he talked about how helpful the police were, how friendly they were, and it just blew his mind. So it takes time to adjust to the culture. So visit Mexico first, find a place. Make sure you get a place with good internet wherever you decide to rent from. And often, and remember, I got a lot of content on the channel where I show you how to find a rental place. You don't have to hire me. I've already given you all the tools and the resources. You just have to do it. I just raised my prices for relocation services. People have been complaining about how expensive it is. It's even more expensive now. And I'm going to raise them again in January. It's going to get up to about $5,000 eventually is what I'm going to be charging. So it's rolling up. I'm increasing it. I'm not trying to help everybody. I'm just trying to help. Mostly the people that hire me are coming here with families, single women, more middle class, upper middle class, affluent. They don't want the headache of trying to figure this thing out. They just want to come and get into place, and so they hire us. And again, my services are not for everybody. If you come in here trying to find a $300 a month rent, my fees are too high. Most of you are not going to want to pay the fee. And I understand. So this is why I put all this stuff online. It's already on my channel. And if you want more specific help, I'd encourage you to join our VIP group, moveabroadandthrive.com/VIP. Just go to the site, moveabroadandthrive.com. You'll see the menu that says join VIP, or you see the little hamburger menu on your mobile device. Click that, it'll expand. Click the VIP option. There, you can ask me all the questions you want. There's a section in there that's called Ask Cartes, and you can post all the questions you want. If you find something and you post it in the group and you want my feedback on it, I'll give it to you. So I'll encourage you to do this yourself. But for those of you who want the hand holding, the extra help, we can help you with that. We've helped folks find houses. Many of our clients have bought houses. Like I say, people are moving here because of this content, and I'm keep harping on that because I want you to understand that you can create your own content on any topic. So find a place with good internet. Make sure you have a VPN. Meet other people who work online. One of the things, you start hanging out here, going to some of the coffee shops and Starbucks, you will see a lot of people there working. Go over there and introduce yourself, mingle around, find out what they do and how do they have any connections. So the next thing really is make the move. Come. Keep earning those US dollars. Start living your new life. Make friends, enjoy life. We said we're going to do more of this type of stuff. We're going to an ostrich farm soon. You know, those big old giant birds. They have an ostrich farm here. and they say one ostrich egg is like 12 eggs. So I'm going up there. I'm going to buy me some ostrich eggs. I hear there's more protein in there. I'm going to get me some ostrich meat and make me some ostrich burgers. And I'm excited. So this is all about exploring. We're looking at taking some of these archery classes. We want to go shoot, and they compete out here. They get real serious about that kind of stuff. We gonna try and live out here, man. We doing it 3.5 years in, and Mexico has been wonderful. So look at and figure out how you can reinvent yourself. Bringing your old job here at the, let's say at the bricklayer, probably gonna be difficult. But look at and see, hey, can I turn my years of experience into consulting opportunities? Could I create training programs based on what I know? Can I possibly, investigate how you can switch that job, or come back to what I've been talking about for the last few minutes. How can I reinvent myself and do the thing I love? So you might have to stay put for another 2-3 years while you're reinventing your life and reinventing your finances, and make the move once that side thing is going. Because keep in mind, a lot of people are moving here because they're on Social Security. The average Social Security check, from what I've read, this is according to the Social Security Administration, it's like $1,700 a month. And it's very difficult for people to live on the $1,700. So many people are moving here to take advantage of the lower cost of living. On $1,700 a month, if you can find you a place for $350 or $400 a month, you freed up a lot of money. And your medicine is only costing you, let's say, $15 a month or $20 a month for all your medicines. And you can go get fresh fruits and vegetables from the market for pennies on the dollar. You living it up, man. You're going to have money left over. You can save money, put some money to the side, and save money to, at the end of the year, be able to fly home for Christmas and stay for a week and fly back. First time, it's amazing meeting some of these folks here. Months after they've been here, they have money left over for the first time. They're like, Cortez, I had the money left over. I went out to eat. I went to the movies. I went to the symphony. And I paid my rent. Even had a housekeeper come by once. And I still got the money left over, Cortez. Mind blown. This can be you. So, a couple of questions. Can I work for Mexican companies? You could, but remember, earning pesos make it harder to live well. Stick to earning U.S. dollars. Figure out how you can earn USD. Do I need perfect internet? Yes, you do. And many Mexican cities, especially the one I'm in, Merida, have great internet. I'm using it right now to upload this video. What if I don't speak Spanish? It's okay, because since you're earning US dollars, you'll most likely be working with US clients that speak English. So remember, friends, the secret to living well in Mexico isn't just moving here, it's keeping your income in US dollars while enjoying the lower costs of living in Mexico. It's like getting a huge raise by changing your address, by simply changing your location. If you want to learn more, drop a comment below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you can get notifications of new videos. Join our VIP. And make sure you visit our sponsor, SEO rankmedia.com. There's a link in the description, link in the comments. Reach out to them and get that free audit for your website. Figure out where the holes are and how you can get more exposure for your business, because without this exposure, without marketing, your business is dead in the water. You got to get eyeballs on your website, and people are turning to the internet to find the services that they're looking for. And if you want to make sure you're found, take advantage of that free audit. I'm Cartez Ross. Thank you for watching.